Hey y'all, this is Mark G. Abolitionist on the air with you at KEXU 96.1 FM LP, Revolution Radio, where we explore the connection between imperial war and incarceration. I don't limit myself to being a prison abolitionist because there are more structures and institutions that I seek to abolish than just incarceration. For example, white supremacy and racism, male supremacy and patriarchy, class supremacy and wage oppression, and imperial war. Yes, imperial war is an institution of the American empire. Let me be very clear. The United States military is an institution. However, it serves the institution of imperial war. The need for imperial conquest shapes and defines the U.S. military. In fact, the European need for conquest of Indian lands made the development of a military necessary. Any and all who opposed or resisted were killed or imprisoned. The first reservations were in fact prisons. I'm going to talk about Vietnam. Y'all make sure you also hear Afghanistan, Iraq, Palestine, and any and every inner city in America. In October '66, I was 19 and in Vietnam. He was a 9 or 10-year-old boy begging for food on the side of the road like hundreds of others. I was riding shotgun in the truck. I was the one with the gun. The driver crushed his skull with a can of sea ration. In the 80s, on up into the 90s, he's a 9 or 10-year-old boy standing lookout on the corner. And when the shooting car comes around the corner to take out the store, he gets splattered on the floor. In the 90s, on up into the 2000s, he's a 9 or 10-year-old boy swinging a rock-loaded slingshot around his head. And when he looses his rock missile to fly and shatter against the armor of an American-made tank that belches forth a round that blows him beyond the thin blue line that surrounds and divides and separates our communities. Y'all know Gaza, the Gaza Strip in Palestine. Gaza is the largest open-air prison in the world. Israel, the country of Israel, and its inhabitants, the people who make up the population of Israel, Israelis, control everything that comes in and out of the Gaza Strip. They have the people, the Palestinian people who live in the Gaza Strip, on a caloric count. Israeli people determine how many calories a day Palestinians living in Gaza can consume, controlling them, keeping them just at the verge of hunger. We have something similar happening to us right now here in America. I'm going to hook with some of my comrades a little earlier, and they talked about this new thing that the administration in Washington is putting forth. Doing away with that piece of plastic for food stamps. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was actually stamps. You actually got a little booklet and it had different dollar denominations. I'm telling you for real. And you lay out your stamps just like you was laying out dollars. And then they switched that stuff to plastic. I ain't even talking about that surplus cheese, them 5-pound blocks. But anyway, and then they switched that stuff to that plastic card. And you have that loaded up and you go in and the computer in the store could take off that little bit of change or that statistic or that factor on that card. And now they're doing away with that and they're going to provide boxes of food that are going to be delivered to people. Let's be real clear. This is not about feeding people. This is about starving people. Let's be very clear. This is not about saving money. This is an increase in the cost of money. If you have, let's say, for an example, $1 million budget, and it's a lot more than that, we understand. And now you're going to have to process food, package food, and then have a private corporation deliver that food. That's a transference of money that just a few months ago was going towards food, is now going to packaging, going to fuel for transportation, going to the profits of a corporation. None of this is about helping people. None of this is about democracy. This is Mark G, abolitionist. I'm here with you on KEXU Radio 96.1 FM LP. Please join with me. Join with the Prisoners of Conscience Committee. All of us are none. And umbrella organization of formerly incarcerated people. Please join with me. Join with me now in your homes, in your car. We say, who wants to call? Free 'em all! That's call and response, y'all. Now, I know y'all can't holler, I can't hear you on REV, but I know you're going to do it. So let's do it one more time, because now you know it's call and response. We say, who wants to call? Free 'em all! Dare to struggle. Dare to win. All power to the people. Ashe.